All right.
Hi.
So, how old are you today?
Well, not today, but
But you're 9 today.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm 9 today.
And then, how old are you going to be in 3 days?
10.
10, double digits, halfway to 20.
Yeah, and you are 40, which
42.
makes me seem small.
No, you are small. Yeah.
Makes me
And
seem
what
very young.
and what weight are you?
I'm like in the 50s.
58 pounds, I think, right?
And I look at somebody that's my age, and he's like 79 pounds.
Well, why? How do you know you're 58 pounds?
Like when I go to wrestling, I always measure my
So
weight.
tell me your best wrestling moment. 'Cause this is your first full year of wrestling, right?
My best wrestling moment. I don't remember, but the one that I would say is recent was the one with Connor, which I was fine at that time.
Connor, you said?
Yeah, and then he said, if you can't basically, if nobody gets a takedown in 30 seconds, then you're both gonna do 10 push-ups. But if one person takes down the other person, that means the other person has to do 10 push-ups. What happens as soon as I did that, we were wrestling, and I got behind him, and I threw him.
Did you?
And, yeah.
So you had to do 10 push-ups?
I threw him,
And
I got one takedown.
And he's heavier than you, right?
Yeah, he's like 79 pounds. I was wrestling.
That's 20 pounds more than you.
I know, because I can carry my sister on my back, which is 100-something pounds.
108, yeah. That's pretty cool. And then, so who's your teacher?
My teacher.
And what grade are you in? You're in 4th?
4th, my teacher's Miss Bowles.
Yeah, do you like her?
Ish.
What?
If it was Miss Borsi, I'd be like, yeah.
Why? What is Miss Bowles a little bit tougher?
Miss Borsi has great ways of teaching, and she's also really funny.
And
Even when she's like teaching, like the time when she was teaching about like sea animals, and he's like, and he said we're gonna go to the shit aquarium. She's like, but once we went to the shit aquarium, I went to the shit aquarium, and then you know what? It's like my husband, he shook, cause I hated lampreys. There was like a lamprey in a bag, and he shook the back of it, and I screamed. He freaked me out. She explained how much she hates lampreys.
Really? That's a good story. Any stories about Miss Bowles?
Oh yeah, there's one where the person that broke the world record of rowing, and that was one of her students recently.
Really?
Yeah. And then also he grew taller than her. He was like taller than her, and she's walking around just like, hey.
So what do you want to do when you grow up?
Unknown.
You don't know?
Yeah, I don't really.
I thought you wanted to be a YouTuber last year.
Yeah, I still want to be a YouTuber if I get a chance.
Yeah. And then what's your second choice? Be a baseball player?
Not that. It's
Be a professional wrestler? What's more fun?
painful.
What's more fun, wrestling or baseball?
I don't know, wrestling in a way and baseball in another way.
What's more painful?
All right, baseball is a little more painful if you get hit in the face with a baseball.
Okay.
But wrestling is more usually painful.
Yeah. How old do you think you could be at wrestling before you can beat me? Do you have any?
2 more years.
Are there any girls that you like at school?
What? Shut up.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, like as friends, not like kissy stuff. But if you want to give them a kiss, you can. No, not quite yet. All right. What else do you think? What?
Well, I did have friends that are girls.
Yeah, that's fine. That's great. Who's your best friend?
That was in 3rd grade.
Who's your
Now
best
they
friend?
totally left.
Who's Who's your best friend?
I don't really have one right now.
No. Okay. And then, are you excited? What are you excited about? What are we gonna do in 2 months or in a month? In like 3 weeks? Where are we going?
China.
You excited?
Yeah.
What do you remember about China?
Then I'm gonna get money.
Yeah.
And then I can buy stuff.
But what
because almost everything's made in
do you
China.
remember about China though specifically? Like about?
Oh, yeah. That there was a 7-Eleven that we went to every day, I think.
Yeah.
I remember there was a 7-Eleven.
How did it smell good in China?
No.
No.
It smelled like so fresh when I come back. Is Samuel, what he said is when he went like back to America, since he like spends a year in America at school, then he goes back to China, and he said that when he came back he was coughing for 2 weeks. He was like coughed a lot for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then he got used to the smell in the air. And then when he comes back, he's like, oh, so fresh air.
So how? Okay. Well, last question. How many kids do you want to have?
6 minutes long.
Right.
How many kids do I want to have? Well, probably like 4.
4. What's the most you'd ever want to have?
The most I ever want to have is 5.
And a boy? How many boys and how many girls?
Maybe like 5 actually. How many boys?
Yeah.
I guess I want 3 boys and 2 girls.
And what's your favorite name for a boy?
Michael.
Michael. Okay. And what about you wanted me to buy turkeys, didn't you?
Mhm.
How many?
Like 5.
And your perfect birthday or Christmas present?
What?
What's your perfect birthday or Christmas present? A helicopter? A drone that can
No.
carry you to school?
The hurricane Nerf gun.
All right. All right.